But that's what we end up getting. And on the flip side, we get the set for Chachi, bringing some stability up to the top lane. And giving them some setup for the Nidalee. It is a very strong combination of those two champions that has a lot of CC affinity to land easy spears. There is a bit of outplay potential, though, with...
Built it nicely. Obviously, you can build to get some lane leads here. Can't expect there won't be aggressive play. It is not Ignite for Fudge. It is Flash. It is also double Mobius Summoners for perks, which makes sense. That is kind of the thing you always do. As a reminder, if you do want to have a chat with us, you can use Verizon 5G or chat. Perhaps your musings on the internet will be featured on the broadcast.
Everyone, do your best. Submit your best blabber Olaf joke.
Yes.
Maybe it'll show up. I assume that's what the competition. This is all Twitter's probably talking about right now.
Yeah, there was a lot of that and Gore Drinker.
Oh, yeah.
Which, those things are obviously related.
Gore Drinker Sterix getting a lot of attention as well.
Not bad.
Both teams rushing into the bot lane, dropping a ward down there, and then resetting.
Getting early control of that brush. I mean, given how bloody the level 1 has been in the bottom lane 2v2, perhaps that's a good ward to have.
Yeah, but it's interesting how they did it too. I mean, it was Perks running down there, getting it, and then swapping the trinket after dropping the ward, the sweeper trinket, excuse me. Alidoric doing the same thing. So the nice thing about it for Alidoric is if you think you want brush control to find these engages, you're going to have the sweeper to get rid of future wards by Cloud9.
See what Perks gets up to with his as well. Have seen his Tryndamere already once in this tournament. If you're unfamiliar with Tryndamere, I have the crash course for you. It's very easy. You go into your lane, you hit the minions. If the enemy champion gets near you and it's reasonable to hit them, you hit the enemy champion. And you repeat that for 25 minutes until the game ends. Sometimes 45 minutes.
Chicken them if they're physical and they're hitting you to drop the AD. You get the heal as well.
Just keep hitting minions.
Yep, just hit minions, heal, regen through lane phase. Quite boring of a champion. This time around, with Pieces bot lane contesting, or helping, excuse me, Nidalee on the clear, will mean they can't contest the level 1 from C9's bot lane, which was something that they have been doing quite well through the first 2 games. Here you see just kind of having to sack their control over it right now.
Definitely curious to see how Babip can do. We've had definitely eyes on the jungle matchup so far this series, and it has delivered. Blabber obviously getting the better of that second game, but that's going to be true for almost anyone in that kind of position. But Babba's Nidalee is fearsome. Blabber definitely knows his way around the champion, as Ven is the one trying to get aggressive now. This is more what they were looking for here. Now they hit level 2, and Peace just have to back off completely as Perks. That's what the sweep was for. I like that. Knows he's going to get the lane push, immediately gets out and tries to maintain vision control and spot off where the enemy jungler is, make sure they don't have vision either.
Same thing he did in the first Tryndamere game that he played, knowing that he gets the push really early with the E-start, just auto-pushing the wave and then going to the enemy Raptor camp. Last time he stole a couple of the little chickens. This time around, spots the Nidalee and just goes, hey, I found her, everybody. And it allows C9's bot lane, who already kind of knew that they would have the free safe push, just actually go as hard as they want.
Ooh, going really straight for here. The dive, it looks good.
Whoa.
There is first blood out of Sven. A much better go this time around. Alidoric gets some battle back, but Ignite's already done, and Sven's finally even get a turret played out of the deal there.
Yeah, much better start to the lane phase for Cloud9, showing that game 1 maybe a little bit of a fluke on their part, making some mistakes, showing that they actually can pilot the Nami Lucian. A very aggressive level 2 dive out of them.
And as you said, somewhat enabled by the fact that Perks got the extra info. Blabber now down here to the bottom side of the map, looking for the revisit. Violet did not use his flash, did only use the heal there. But not going to step too far forward. Sven also out of the lane, so no threat right now. But this was just so clean out of C9.
Yeah, Vulcan's going to throw the W on there to get the bounce proc, as well as the E onto the Lucian. And I mean, that was it. Didn't need the bubble, didn't even have bubble yet. Just the extra passive from Lucian, getting the on-hit damage. The double taps come through as well. Q just blew him up.
Yep, Nami's Electrocute proccing in that state as well. So really nice stuff there for C9. Commanding it all for their all-in. Perfectly calculated there by Sven and Vulcan. Looking good there for first blood. I believe that's the first blood they've gotten all series. So it feels good to kind of bring it back in the bot lane.
I was going to say, all of them have been in the bot lane, though. It's just their first time getting it, I think.
Yes, I think that's true. Face breaker there for Chachi, trying to get Fudge out of the way. Fudge just continues to snip the minions, as Perks is going to spin on Tally, because Vulcan's here with the level 3 Nami roam. You know, that's a normal sentence.
Yeah, even though on the Nami, still happy to get out of lane phase, has to be a little careful about how he gets back to lane now. Cut off by Alidoric and Babip.
But Blabber, the one debated in, has to burn the flash though for Vulcan. Perks still spinning around, and no dive forward coming. Blabber Launches the Q out into the stratosphere, but doesn't quite connect. And Perks is going to push this wave and then get away. Stun actually hits there, but Perks is happy to battle Tally. Still got the Nami in the back pocket.
Potentially setting up a dive here onto Chachi.
Oh, this is going to be a weird play because everyone's trying to cut off the top lane jungle.
Yeah.
So Budget had it set up. The wave is in position as well, but everyone knows what's going on. So it looks like Perks is just going to try and cancel a recall. Spin away. Does have Bone Plating proc. Vulcan now moving back to Blabber. Perks fending off 2 right now. Teleport coming in this time. That's Chachi back out of base, but Perks and Blabber want to kill. Aladoric getting chopped up by the big sword. There is a 1v1 dive is happening as well. Are you kidding me? Perks is going to get jumped up by Tally. Sven is doing Violet 1v1. Cloud9 trying to make a play literally everywhere. And Sven's the one that gets it off camera.
Only a single kill in that situation, but my God, Cloud9 are pressuring so hard. Budge slamming top lane, winning that trade, forcing Chachi back to base. Chachi wants to heal and reset off that and TP into that mid lane fight they thought was going to break out, but Cloud9 just disengaged there. And it was a bit of a magic trick while you're watching the mid lane down the bot side. In the other hand, Cloud9 with Sven diving the MF, only at 16 CS. Just absolutely brutal. Level 3 still to the level 5 of Lucian.
That's a big diff. Violet is going to hit 4 here off these minions, but that is a huge deficit. 20 plus CS up as well. And hey, let's watch this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's already chunked Violet down to around half health prior to the dive happening, and then it's just land the abilities. Yeah. There's really not too much more to go on there. I mean, maybe Violet could have flashed the Q damage of the Lucian. I mean, if you're really tricky, you can get that off. It is kind of difficult. But other than that, it was just too high levels.
Oh, Tally getting chopped. Perks does not have 6. Wants to commit, heals himself. Blabber looks for the Q, doesn't land it, and Tally will live.
And so as much as, hold on here.
Vanguard's Edge popped out. Perks, no ulti. Can't make the mistake at least as Gwen now going back in. Fudge with his own solo kill now. Takes out Vizichachi in the top lane.
Ooh, the set counter pick into the Gwen. Not looking that great. Would have expected it to be a difficult matchup in general. Gwen can be kind of difficult to deal with for some melee matchups. Oh, it's looking pretty suspect here for Peace.
Yeah, early game once again in favor of Cloud9, up almost 2,000 gold, but the individual lane leads are starting to get a little wild. I mean, Perks is continuing to play aggressive and get attention, which is almost working in a lot of these cases, but Sven is massively far ahead still individually. Fudge is starting to get a foothold in that matchup and can likely break that open. And again, Aladoric just gets deleted by Sven, who pops the culling. He is still 2 levels ahead of Violet.
Yeah, Aladoric just with that electrocute proc from the Nami gets exploded before his W even triggers. It's just dead before it can happen. Vulcan all over the map right now, making things happen.
All right, no flash here for Vulcan. Is a target. Violet gonna let it rip. Damage is enough. Babbitt gonna get one back, which is nice. Sven low on mana and a little low on health. Is gonna dodge that Q, is what I'm trying to say. And gonna be A-OK, but Vulcan, not so lucky.
Yeah, look at that total gold graph. Sven there dominating.
Vulcan has more gold than Violet.
Oh no. You hate to see it.
Not going well for the Peace bot lane, unfortunately for them. Tally with a stun here, once again contending in the 2v2, but Blabber just kicks him. Perks will run in here forever, and Blabber activates Q when the shield is down, tries to time it right, gets it good enough, and now Aladoric in trouble, gonna get slowed down. Blabber looking for it, doesn't have the kick, but one more Q will do it, doesn't get it, but Aladoric is gonna be pushed out of mid lane.
Red Smite almost finishing him off there, not quite able to do it. As we see some more trading on the top side. Very scrappy game so far. Peace trying to find their way back into it. Babbitt gets the 1 kill on the Nami, but like you said, you want that shutdown on the Lucian for sure. So insanely rich for Sven already.
And what I was trying to talk about earlier, we mentioned a little bit at the top of the series where I think so much of this, like initial plan is to try and control Babbitt, which makes sense. Lilia needed to be banned throughout this whole series, but I was curious what was going to happen with Nidalee, and I guess this is the answer. Like, Babbitt didn't want to go to it, wants to go to it this game, which makes sense. It's his most played champion, easily one of his best and his most comfortable champions in an elimination game. And even though he's playing fine, the rest of the map is on fire. Like, Lilia can at least find a way back into the game from here with her ultimate to make a play. Nidalee does not have that luxury when your team falls behind.
And you can just see how screwed their bot lane is. They can't even contest anything out of the Lucian, so they just let Sven hammer away on the turret and say, okay, we have to go top, get out of this lane phase and grab this Rift Herald. It's a nice consolation prize, but it's much nicer for Sven to say, oh, I don't even care. I can just keep pounding away on this bot turret.
All right, we have a little Verizon 5G Ultra here from Yoshikira22. If Perks doesn't press R again, he should officially name change to Pex. You'll love to see it. As Perks is going in. Rift Herald's dead, as we saw, but Tally may be dead as well. Dashes away to the Raptor. Little nice escape there as Rift Herald's dropped topside. They will trade for the towers. Unfortunately, the bad news is Sven already got it and all the plates for himself down in that bottom lane.
Yeah, Sven is absolutely monstrous. Pushing another wave, still going. Now working at the inner turret, it looks like, as he leaves to go roam into River. C9 also grabbed the dragon a little bit during that sequence, so get the first one in their pocket for Blabber. C9's done a good job of controlling dragons pretty early on throughout the entirety of play-ins.
Definitely something I feel like they've been focusing on. Obviously, with this kind of game, pretty straightforward to go back and take it. A little later on this one, we will not get a Cloud Soul this game around. Not 3 for 3, unfortunately. It cannot be the case, given that Cloud Dragon was the first one. It's going to be either Infernal or Ocean, which is always good news.
And already C9 moving into the 1-3-1 lane setup just 10 minutes into the game. They have a ton of vision control. Peace getting some back now in the bot river, but you can also see in the top side, multiple pink wards for Cloud9. Feeling great. We'll have to see where they go from here. And one thing I gotta say is the roaming Nami support is kind of just the NA playstyle right now. A lot of North American supports love roaming.
Sven is getting charmed by Aladoric, but the tidal wave's coming in. Violet forced to flash it, but Aladoric has been tagged by Blabber. In he goes! And still lives to tell the tale. Blabber picking one off there.
Yeah, just not enough damage to finish him off, and no CC to lock him up under the turret. So very clean kill for Blabber there. Still pairing up with Vulcan. The two of them moving around the map now. Want to transfer this pressure up to the top side. Tally recognizes he cannot stay underneath this turret, so Fudge gets some alone time on it. Keep working down these turret plates. And this is exactly what I was talking about with the roaming supports for NA. They had a number of the supports in the highest of roam percentage across the world in playoffs when a number of teams were not moving around the map this time. We had basically 0% duo procs for Core JJ during that time. And this is what they love to do. They want to fight you all over the map.
Blabber maybe a little too far forward, but not punished for it just yet. Sven, the one to try and find the punish, doesn't quite get Babip as Chachi looking for the engage here. No one up the river just yet, although Violet's looking to make it happen. Bubble is going to be dodged out, and C9, it looks like they got away with this one. Fudge over the walls, Sven still battling. Aladoric doesn't have his ulti, so there's just nothing here for Peace.
Yeah, Cloud9 want to keep baiting him forward too, because during this time, Perks is in the bot lane just working away, pushing in minions. Cloud9 forced pressure away from him. Peace tried to respond. Can't find anything though.
And it's about to be the catering company here for Cloud9. There's so many plates taken off these towers. 2 in top side, looking like 2 again here in mid. Sven already got all 5. He's looking for like a 7 or 8 plate game for himself. In fact, he's got a minute and a half left. Might be able to get more depending on how much C9 wants to commit to pushing these lanes, but just so much extra gold given over to Cloud9, given over to Sven in particular, who already has that Gale Force finished. I believe he beat out Blabber for the first mythic of the game, but can't be that close. Once again, they're both off to the races.
Definitely the case. Dragon in a minute 40. Maybe we'll have a little bit of downtime for my non-sequitur here.
I'm ready.
At the start of play-ins, I was tweeting with High. We were kind of teasing each other about if he'd actually be awake for it or not, and I was supposed to call him out in the main broadcast. This is going a little bit later in the day than I meant to do it because, you know, these games have been pretty bloody. But High, if you're listening, tweet at me. Let me know that you're there. What's your favorite breakfast item? The other 300,000 people watching, I don't care. Save your tweets. This is just a check to see if High's awake. Hey, you guys can tweet at him too.
Yeah, tweet at High, definitely. And it is timestamp, so we'll know if he's awake. It's 8:35 by my clock, here at least on the West Coast of the United States. Wherever you are in the world, though, thank you so much for tuning in. As topside, we've got some trouble brewing. Aladoric with the quickness finds Fudge. Blabber goes back in and pops the gold drinker. His favorite button to press. Does look good, and he somehow gets the kill out of the deal because Sven, the absolute terror of the top lane right now, I suppose, is letting it rip on him in the Chachi. Calls in there as Vulcan picks up the credit for the kill. And Babip's going back in, but Sven, beautiful flash out of there. As the spear will not connect. Urban flow out of Vulcan to keep him healthy as Aladoric's in trouble. It is Blabber finding that Q. Rides the lightning there in on towards Violet. Great bubble there onto the Nami. Kills him up there as Perks is able to get it. It's actually the Gwen that finds it because Perk is taking towers in the bot lane. It's basically a 4v5 and Cloud9 can do no wrong. Babip gonna be slain here by Blabber. That's a sentence as he will get that kill now on a rampage, and Fudge trying to complete the around the world ace. Will let one go. Aladoric lives to tell the tale as Ven takes the top lane tower, and this game's getting ridiculous, Moxie.
That 4v5 for Cloud9 comes out in their favor. Don't give a single kill up during it. Grab 4 more of their own. And oh god, they just have such great champions for scrapping. Lucian, Nami, Lee Sin, even Gwen, you know, are all champions who are very good in extended fights. Nami just constantly topping people off. And it all started, you know, just with some initial good trading as they collapsed down onto the Gwen and forced Chachi's ult out early. And then while this TP's coming in, the important part is how quickly Vulcan lands the bubble. Well timed there to stop Tally from basically being able to do anything. With him dead, it's basically still a 4v3 because the MF has such a hard time getting involved in this fight. She wants to come in there, but she can't run through anybody. And during this time, the rest of Peace is just pinned up against the turret. A lot of kills that they just want to finish them off.
Oh my god! Okay, if you didn't see how that started, that was very funny. I will call the moment though because Perks is busy spinning away from the rest of Peace. Now with the Chachi coming in, great phase breaker finds two. TP coming in though for Cloud9. We'll see what happens there as the ebb and flow still coming out for Vulcan. Needs to stay alive. Blabber though finds it onto Tally at the back end of it. Perks still chopping down trees as Chachi is the next to fall in the forest. Blabber unstoppable as Cloud9 looking to maybe dive through the turrets. They will. The tier 2s don't exist. Perks is letting it go. Gets another. The tier 3 don't exist. All right, they do exist. Everybody back up as Perks getting crazy under the towers.
I guess Cloud9 still have a little bit of restraint left in them. Did not go underneath the inhibitor turret. Back off there. Sven finishes off the outer turret, begins working on the inner, while the rest of Cloud9 dissipates after what is another crazy skirmish around mid lane.
And I don't think we're going to replay of it, which is okay. But if you wonder what happened in mid lane, Perks basically popped W, slowed down whoever's in mid. Oh, we are going to get it? Let's go.
They're going to give it for you. Don't worry.
TX replay. No! Bring that back! Vulcan on a killing spree takes out the MF. Tower T-Tower's going to go down.
The fastest axe replay you're ever going to see.
Bring it back.
Dude, that was a sick replay. Did you see how Perks ran down lane for a second?
Yeah. That's pretty much the story of that kill. I hope we get it again, but if we don't... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, if we don't get it, I'll retell the story.
We're at a kill per minute here. 16 kills, 60 minutes. Look like we're going to get some more right now.
Tough to squeeze it in. Tally back in there in a 1v3 that he can't survive as Blabber 6 kills and counting. Now dominating here in this game is Cloud9. Looking at that final spot in the group stage, Mark.
Yeah, looking like an inevitability at this point. Over 10,000 gold up. Continuing to just slam Peace for the second game in a row. Almost a perfect game, if not for the one turret and the one kill in Peace's favor. See if they can catch Vulcan. Nope.
Little bust.
Shelly has I wonder if Shelly can bop you midair and stop you from getting over the wall through the blast cone. That almost happened there.
That would be a savage way to die. You know, people died like, oh, I got knocked off by the Baron because I wasn't watching my feet. You know, that happens sometimes at Shelly betrayal.
Yeah, you have to have your teammate attack Shelly as well to aggro her to get the charge to hit you and stuff. I don't know. Oh, this is a play-by-plays game, man. This is I'm the color. I'm working worlds. I'm feeling good. Shut up, Mark. You don't get to talk. We're getting kills.
All right, well, I guess we're not going to get it, which is okay. I will recap what would have happened there. Basically, Trinimir found a slow, and then the Nami tidal wave just rolled on in, and it was like fast animal slow children. There was no escaping Trinimir running you down there in mid lane.
Perks has been a little bit on the island this time. Him and Gwen both only at 2-0-3. The side laners not having as much fun as Nami and Blabber. Here to go, grouping up mid again, forcing Peace to respond to him. It's so early into the game, and C9 just have so much control. It's very difficult for Peace to even try to go cross-map right now when so many turrets already dropped down.
Yeah, 5-1. Opened up pretty much everywhere here, so C9 have taken complete control of whatever half of the map they tend to be on right now. It's the top lane, protecting the split push of Fudge. Sven is, I don't want to say vulnerable, great tidal wave there. Finds 3 for Vulcan, disengages, and there's the flank with the blast cone. Very spicy. Blabber finds a kick on a Chachi. Not the target he wanted, but hey, I think at this point, there are no bad targets when you're this far ahead.
Yeah, Blabber just had itchy trigger finger, had the flank. Nice triple bubble by Vulcan as well to start that fight off, but just didn't have an angle to really get going.
What is this? Position swapping back over this little ridge. Everyone's spinning over the wall. Fudge is like, guys, I'm trying to end the game. Please come assist me. Blabber does drop the Rift Herald, hearing that call. And C9 are going to break an inhibitor tower here, potentially. At 90 minutes into the game, Perks is just splitting mid. That tower is dead. Cloud9 going for it. Aladoric looking for it. Finds the trap on his Sven, but it's so far back that it just doesn't matter. It's a double kill already for Sven. It's absolute carnage here for Cloud9. It's going to be an ace. 19 minutes through a quadra kill. Out of Sven. Dancing Shelly on the table. Cloud9 trying to punch that ticket into the wall.
The turn's going to kill her.
No! It's a tragedy at the end for Shelly, but a victory for Cloud9 as they will take the sweep, take down Peace and finish, pushing one step further into the World's 2020